everybody, Dr. Katka here. I'm here with Johnny today. Hi Johnny.
Hi.
Hey. So you shared with me a little while ago that after your first Ozone you had an amazing experience.
Yes.
Johnny is a avid sports, amazing person. You do what? You do running?
Running, rock climbing, surfing, skateboarding, kind of a little bit of everything, but mainly running and skateboarding.
And he's really, he is super trained. And after we did the Ozone, you had an amazing experience with your run. Would you share that with everybody?
Yes. So I came in to do the ozone therapy just for general health purposes, and it just so happened that I ran the morning that I came in, and then was planning on running actually a few days later. I don't usually run back-to-back days. And after the treatment, I woke up the next day, was feeling really good, and I went on a run, and my watch recommended that I do the exact same run that I did the day before. And so I ran the same distance at the same pace. I think it was around 5 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them were like 8-minute mile pace, and it was really interesting. One, I just felt amazing when I actually did the run, but then when I looked at the data of it, my heart rate was, I think, 15 beats per minute lower on average throughout the entire run.
That's amazing. Explain, that's huge because you're already a runner, so your heart rate is already low.
Yes.
Right? So bring the heart rate down 15 beats. What does that mean? Means your body's really at ease?
Yes. And I'm specifically I do long distance trail running, so not like a sprinter or even like a marathon runner. I want to be in a zone 2, which is a low heart rate. Just finding that groove where your body's not working too hard, and so I'm constantly training, trying to bring my heart rate lower and stay at the same pace. So
from day 1 to day 2 after Ozone, your body naturally was able to bring it down.
It just wasn't working as hard to oxygenate as I'm putting out the work. And so another indicator is what's called VO2 Max, and I don't really want to butcher what that is, but I think it's the amount of oxygen in volume that your lungs can intake at max effort as your output, and that really hovers at the same number, and it went up by 2 points. I went from 49 to 51 in one day,
which is unheard of.
Unheard of, and it was supposed to be a rest day. I mean, I had planned it to be a rest day, but I just felt so good that I was like, oh, I'm gonna run while I'm feeling really good and see how it goes.
That's beautiful.
So can't recommend it highly enough. I loved it. It made me feel just really good and sharp and honestly just recharged. I think for sports recovery it would be great, for just overall wellness. Yes. And I mean, if that's what's happening on a level where I'm pushing my body, I can't imagine how good that is for my body at rest, or if it were dealing with fighting an infection or something like that.
Oh, exactly. So the idea with the ozone is it actually helps the body to increase the oxygen utilization. What that means is exactly what John is describing here, is that under the same circumstances, which for you was the exact same run, body was able to take the same amount of oxygen but utilize it more by at least, lowering quite a bit actually, because lowering your heartbeat by 15% and bringing that special number up by 2, that is huge.
Yeah.
And it was after run and you were supposed to have a rest day and you didn't need it.
Yep.
The other thing you said, you felt amazing. So did you feel like your body was more able to just run with ease?
Yeah, definitely. The run itself just felt like just one of those days where you just never really know. Sometimes your different stretches of running feel really good. Within one run you have stretches where you feel good and not so good. But the whole thing just felt just really effortless.
Like an Olympic run, yeah? The Olympic Games, I just love that. It would be oh my goodness. Oh, thank you so much for sharing.
Yes.
You're right. If I'm here at rest and at a state of good health, what would that do for people that actually need the ozone to help them?
I think it could be incredibly beneficial for athletes, anybody who is maybe considering doing a long run, either before or after as recovery, just because I know how depleting it can be. If you run 20, 30, 40, or 50 miles, it's going to take your body a little while to get back to normal. So using something like this therapy, I think, would be really helpful in that scenario, either before or after. I would definitely do it before doing a race, and probably do it after as well.
Before to get your, and then after as a recovery.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing.
Yes,
really appreciate that.
Yes,
Thanks.
2
more ozone, right?
Yes.